Do you ever feel guilty for wanting more out of life? Have you ever felt selfish because you did not want to help others but wanted to focus on yourself? Many women, especially mothers, feel guilty or even wrong for putting themselves first. We have been conditioned to prioritize everyone else's needs, our children, our spouses, our careers, even the expectations of society. So when we finally decide to pursue our goals, our passions, or our healing, guilt creeps in like an unwelcome guest. We start to question if we are being selfish, whether or not we are neglecting others by choosing ourselves. But what if I told you that choosing yourself is not selfish, but sacred? Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Stevens O, your host, broadcast journalist, author, minister, and midlife powerhouse of inspiration. With faith in God and unstoppable drive, I'm here to inspire and guide you into letting go of guilt and putting yourself first and live the life you will love in victory. Pursuing your goals and dreams is not about betrayal of your responsibilities. It is a bold act of alignment. When you commit to healing and self-discovery, you begin to show up more authentically, more powerfully, and whole. The truth is, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Prioritizing your growth does not take away from others. It multiplies your capacity to give from a place of abundance rather than depletion. This is not selfish, this is wisdom. Being selfish in this case is about reclaiming your right to joy, peace, and purpose. It is about listening to the voice within that has long been silenced by guilt, fear, and self-doubt. True emotional freedom comes when we stop apologizing for wanting more, for wanting better. There is power in saying, I deserve this. There is power in honoring the desires of your heart without shame or explanation. It is time to talk about guilt-free emotional liberation, how to release guilt, embrace emotional freedom, and transform your life from the inside out. The moment you stop feeling guilty for choosing yourself is the moment you begin to live. This is your permission to heal, to grow, to dream again, and to do it unapologetically. Let's get started. Are you carrying the weight of guilt while trying to be everything for everyone? Why do you feel guilty when it comes to putting yourself first? Ladies, you deserve to live free, emotionally, spiritually, and purposefully. Let this be the day you stop asking for permission and start living with intention. Hi, welcome to Direction at Midlife, the podcast where I help you find clarity, purpose, and the confidence to create the life you truly want in this season. I'm Dr. Stevens O, and today I am talking about something that holds many of us back: guilt. If you have ever felt guilty for putting yourself first, for saying no, or for even daring to want more out of life, then this episode is for you. It's time to talk about guilt-free emotional liberation, how to release guilt, embrace emotional freedom, and transform your life from the inside out. I will share 10 powerful steps to help you emotionally liberate yourself from guilt so that you can start focusing on the life you truly want instead of living for everyone else. But before I give you the 10 steps, I want to share a story I wrote about a lady named Kelly, who many of you may be able to identify with. As many may know, I am a writer. And here is a story I wrote about Kelly, a lady many women can identify with. There were many quiet nights when she sat on the edge of her bed, the glow of the nightlight barely touching the tears in her eyes. Her children were asleep down the hall, and the house was finally still. But inside her, a storm raged. She had dreams and visions that had stirred in her heart long before she had a family. Yet every time she thought about pursuing them, guilt crept in like a quiet storm, questioning herself. Would I be selfish? She wondered. Would chasing my goals mean neglecting the ones who depend on me most? These thoughts, a strange voice, subtle and sinister, whispering in the dark, telling her, "You are too old now. It's too late. That season has passed." The enemy knew just how to press on her insecurities, turning her love for her children into chains that kept her stuck in fear. She smiled through motherhood, celebrated milestones, and gave all she had to her family. But secretly, a piece of her felt lost, like she had placed her purpose on a shelf and let it collect dust. Then one day, in the stillness of her soul, she heard another voice, soft yet powerful. God reminded her that the dreams He placed in her were not meant to die. He reminded her that He is a God of generations, and her purpose was not in competition with her motherhood. It was part of her motherhood. She realized that by stepping out in faith, she would not be abandoning her children. She would be leading them by example. They needed to see what courage looked like. They needed to witness what trusting God looks like. Making up her mind, she said a resounding yes to herself and said, by all means necessary. Not all at once, but step by trembling step. She started the business, picked up her pen to write again. She prayed through her fears, whispered through the doubt, and showed up. Imperfect but obedient. God met her in the middle of it all. Doors opened, confidence grew, and suddenly her children were cheering her on, inspired by their mother's bravery. What once felt like guilt turned into grace. Today, she looks around at all she has accomplished, a legacy shaped by faith, vision, and resilience. Her children see her not just as their mother, but as a woman of purpose. She no longer feels torn because she now knows the truth. When you walk in the calling God placed on your life, you bring your family with you. And in the end, that's the greatest legacy of all. I now want to give you those 10 steps to help you to let go and start creating the life you truly want. Are you ready? Let's get those journals out. It's note-taking time. Let's get started. Step 1. Acknowledge the guilt and its source. You cannot heal what you do not recognize. Ask yourself, where is this guilt coming from? Is it from childhood conditioning, social pressure, or relationships? Awareness is the first step toward breaking free. Step 2. Challenge the guilt narrative. Guilt often comes from a belief that you have done something wrong or you're not good enough, even when you have not. Question that inner voice. Ask yourself, did you do something wrong or were you just doing what was best for you? Step 3. Separate guilt from responsibility. Sometimes we will get that confused. There is a difference between guilt and responsibility. If you made a mistake, own it, learn from it, and move on. But if you were feeling guilty for choosing yourself, understand that this is not wrong to prioritize you. And I say that very loud. Step 4. Release the need for approval. Many of us carry guilt because we fear disappointing others. But here is the truth. You are not responsible for how others feel about your choices. Your life is yours to live, not theirs. I love this statement, so I'm going to repeat it loud and clear. You are not responsible for how others feel about your choices. Your life is yours to live, not theirs. Oh, I say that with strong emphasis. Step 5. Forgive yourself. Self-forgiveness is a game changer. Give yourself the same grace you would give your children or a friend. You are human, and you deserve to move forward without the weight of guilt holding you back. Step 6. Set boundaries without apology. Saying no does not make you a bad person. It makes you a person who values their time, energy, and emotional well-being. Boundaries are a form of self-respect. Practice them without guilt. I say, move unapologetically. Step 7. Put self-care first. It is a necessity, not a luxury. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It is essential. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Prioritize your emotional, mental, and physical well-being guilt-free. Step 8. Replace guilt with gratitude. I'll say that again. Replace guilt with gratitude. Instead of focusing on what you think you should be doing for others, focus on what you are trying to achieve and want to do for you. I say you loudly. Shift your mindset from guilt to gratitude and acknowledge all the things you are doing right. Step 9. Surround yourself with supportive people. Who you surround yourself with matters. Spend time with people who uplift you, who respect your choices, and who celebrate your growth instead of making you feel guilty for achieving them. One of the things I have said in many of my episodes is surround yourself with people who believe in you. Step 10, our final step. Take aligned action toward the life you want. Emotional liberation is not just about letting go. It is about moving forward, going after what you truly want. Start taking small, intentional steps toward that vision and refuse to let guilt hold you back. Wow. Now, ladies, I know that was a lot, but I pray this gives you the clarity and tools you need to break free from guilt and step into emotional liberation. Remember, guilt does not serve you. It only holds you back. You have permission to create the life you truly want unapologetically. So get out there, live boldly, and never feel guilty for choosing you. God's plan for your life is still in motion, and emotional liberation is part of the journey to becoming the woman you were always meant to be. Make sure you subscribe and follow me at Direction at Midlife on Apple Podcasts so you never miss an episode. And if you need a community that understands, join the Facebook group, a community of women discovering their passions and purpose in midlife. We are walking this journey together. Ladies, please share this with a friend who needs encouragement. As I always say, I would love to hear your thoughts. Share them in our Facebook group, a community of women discovering their passions and purpose in midlife. And don't forget to leave me a review on Apple Podcasts. Remember, release guilt, embrace emotional freedom, and transform your life. This is your time, your moment, your life. Let's make it unforgettable. Thank you for joining me today on Direction at Midlife. I pray those 10 incredible steps and Kelly's story have inspired you to start the process of letting go of guilt and starting to pursue your goals and dreams that make you desire to achieve them all. Move boldly, discover what you have been missing, and want to pursue with confidence, excitement, and joy. On the next episode of Direction at Midlife, I will be discussing the blueprint, developing a plan to pursue your dreams, a must-listen-to podcast show you don't want to miss. Hey girl, hey! Thank you for listening to Direction at Midlife. This is your reminder. Your dreams are waiting, and now is the perfect time to chase them. Believe in your power, embrace the possibilities, and step boldly into your next chapter. If this show has blessed you, show me love. Please leave me a written review on Apple Podcasts and follow me. Take a screenshot and post it on your Instagram. Shout me out on your Facebook and share it with your friends. Please tag me at Direction at Midlife and I will share your review, and together we can uplift and inspire each other. Remember, I'm Dr. Stevens O. Your journey is yours to own, and I'll be here cheering you on every step of the way.